On Monday, February 6, 2023, at 1:23 a.m., the Colorado Springs Police Department received 3 separate 911 calls in the 3900 block of East Bijou Street. The first and second callers reported hearing shots fired in the area, while the third caller reported a male with a large firearm was knocking at her window and telling her to come outside. At 1:25 a.m., multiple Colorado Springs police officers were dispatched to investigate the 911 calls. Officers arrived at the complex at 1:35 a.m. Officers had information the suspect matched the description of a person from prior calls for service and that he lived in the complex. At 1:47 a.m., the officers heard the suspect yelling loudly and challenged them to knock on his door. At 1:48 a.m., the suspect exited his apartment and began yelling at the officers. They loudly identified themselves as police officers and commanded the suspect to put his hands up and told him they could not guarantee his safety if he did not follow their commands. The suspect did not comply with commands to surrender and instead continued yelling and threatened to kill the officers. Here is body-worn camera footage of that encounter.
Hey man, it's the Colorado Springs Police Department. Hey man, Colorado Springs Police Department. Walk down the stairs with your hands visible. If you do not cooperate, we cannot guarantee your safety. Hey man, you need to comply with our verbal commands. Colorado Springs Police Department.
You talk out there in the street, I'm right here. Come on. I promise you, you ain't gonna be standing in 2 seconds. Come on the door. Yeah, you talk shit. You're like all you Colorado back.
Hey, everybody's walking back in.
Can
we get a cruiser at the entrance to the north here, so the cars can drive by and be in the line of fire?
I don't give a shit. I'm Memphis.
At 1:52 a.m., the suspect began walking toward officers with a shotgun in his hand. Over the course of approximately 16 seconds, officers ordered the suspect to drop the gun multiple times, including telling the suspect he would be shot if he did not follow commands and drop the firearm. The suspect did not drop his firearm. He continued to walk toward the officers and then raised the shotgun toward them. 2 officers then fired their department-issued handguns, and another officer fired his department-issued rifle at the armed suspect. The suspect was hit by the gunfire and immediately fell to the ground while still in possession of his shotgun. Here is body-worn camera footage of that part of the encounter.
Hey man, drop the gun.
Drop the gun!
Drop the gun!
Drop the gun!
Drop the gun! Oh.
Keep pointing at us.
Hey man, drop the gun!
Drop it right now!
Drop the gun!
Drop it or I will shoot you!
Here is cellular telephone video taken by a community member showing the suspect advancing on officers as he points the shotgun toward them. After the suspect fell to the ground, officers used a ballistic protective shield to approach the suspect while continuing to command him to drop the firearm and push it away. The suspect did not respond. Officers reached the suspect approximately 1 minute and 10 seconds after the shooting and pressed the ballistic shield against his back until they could disarm and handcuff him. Officers recovered a loaded shotgun from the suspect, immediately radioed for an ambulance, and using medical trauma kits issued to all CSPD officers, began providing emergency medical treatment to the suspect. Once officers determined he was no longer in possession of weapons, the suspect's handcuffs were removed so paramedics could provide him with further medical aid. Here is body-worn camera video depicting the suspect's arrest and medical assistance provided by officers.
Do not move! Do not move! Do not move! Traffic. Can we get the gun? Push that gun away. I got it.
Okay.
Alright. Handcuffs.
Here you go. Here you go.
Alright. I got left arm. I got right arm. Get handcuffs on. Okay. Cuff.
Recording muted. No longer muted.
Come there.
Someone go get a trauma kit.
I got it.
Hey, let's get medical started on him. Roll him over. Get the gun.
Roll him over.
One in custody. And get medical on him.
Wrong.
The suspect was pronounced deceased at the scene by responding medical personnel. Here is a photograph of the suspect's shotgun taken at the scene of the shooting as it was recovered by investigators. The officers involved